find these spinous processes. So go down, you're on the occiput, go down to C2. C3, 4, 5 are going to be very difficult to find. Basically, you'll be touching the ligamentum nuchae and thinking that you're touching the spinous processes. Then you're going to get to 6, it'll be hard. And then 7 will be the most prominent. Maybe in this position it will be hard, but usually it's still a lump. All good? In this position, what's the most commonly injured area of the neck? C5, C6. Sounds like Dr. Rodriguez got that. Taught you that, right? Good. Okay. Next, go from the spinous process of whatever vertebrae you want and go off to the sides. It should be soft. It's your articular pillars. Once you go in there, you can work your way down. And then if you keep going off to the sides while pushing in, you should be able to grab the sides of the transverse processes. This isn't how we actually palpate. I'm just giving you an idea of how to screen it quickly. Good job. That's one person. How's the rest of the team doing? Okay. Then we go down to the thoracic spine. You should be able to feel the spinous processes pretty easily. And as you work your way down, you should see that they change shape. And now they start to be long and face downwards. In between the spinous processes, you should be able to feel indents. What is going on at the vertebrae if those indents are too close together?
Compression.
Extension, which is compression, which is closing. What if they're too far apart? Flexion or opening. So that's something you want to pay attention to when you're touching spinous processes, is how close or far away are they from each other. Ideally, they should be symmetrical. And the easiest ones to find are the ones that are too close, because that's the most common and it's easiest to find. We did sternum, ribs. Go to the bottom of the rib cage and find the bottom. You can come on over, Daniel, if you want. He has two sides, we're good. So if we find the bottom of the ribs, that's the angle of the 12th rib, and we could work that diagonally up and in to get to T12 vertebrae. So that's an easy one to find, just because it's easy to find the bottom rib. Okay. You'll notice if you drop off the spinous processes of the rib, you can't really find a transverse process. It's because it's entangled with the angle of the rib. It's there. It's just hard to find. So if you drop right off the spinous process, there's going to be some muscle bulk, and the transverse process should be in there. And if you go another finger breadth out, you're going to be on a hump. And that's the angle of your rib. And if you touch that, it should probably be a little tender. I want you to know what that tenderness feels like, because when we get into manipulations, this is the most common problem when we do it incorrectly, is instead of being nice and narrow on the sides of the spinous process, we're too wide, and we manipulate a rib, which it's cool if that's what you're going for, but when you're not going for it, it's bad. Do we find transverse processes all the way down? Did we go off to the side and feel a hump? That's a rib angle. Good. And then if you go off the rib angle, keep going laterally, you should feel the angle of the rib. It should have a downward slope to it. And you could trace it around the body all the way up to the sternum if you're on the top 7 ribs. Just want to get an appreciation for the angle. Okay. And we're good. Let's switch partners, switch positions so that you guys can get that. And then when you're done, we will switch back onto your back.